Retro Gamers, David here, the Game Over CEO, and I'm glad to be back. I've been gone for 2 weeks, so sorry about that. I missed you. Hope you guys have been doing well these past few weeks. As you can see, I am literally buried in boxes. There are boxes all over our stock room. I mean our studio, and so there's a lot of work to do. I'm behind on just about everything. So yeah, it's been a rough couple of weeks for me, honestly. So I'm going to talk about some of that on the show. We've got part 2 of the Houston new store, so we're going to go through that. Got a really cool boss battle on signage issues that we're having with that store, so that's a lot of fun. But yeah, it's been a crazy couple of weeks, just crazy. I mean, even for me, and I'm all about multitasking and always doing a bunch of stuff. But yeah, even for me, this has been an epic couple of weeks amount of stuff that I've gotten done. So just to go through a couple of real quick things at the beginning, since it's been a few weeks. Houston, I love you. Such a great city. We've had stores there for 10 years now. In the grand opening of the new location, even though it's just a relocation, we're just moving down the building to a different spot, but it's been great, and I was there for the opening, got to meet a lot of our fans in the Houston area, which has been great. Yeah, a lot of people really nice, really appreciative of everything we've done over the years, and just being there for the retro community, and so it was great to finally meet a lot of those people in person that I've seen and interacted with online, maybe a little bit on social media, but to meet them in person, it's always great. So thank you, Houston, for all your support. And everybody that I met at the opening was great. Thank you to the store staff at the Houston Central store. Those guys are all awesome. And they worked, way above and beyond the Call of Duty to help make this move possible. And so please go check out that new store. It's downtown Houston on Southwest Freeway, which is also called 59, and it's also called 69. It's right across the highway from the Lakewood Church. And so the address is 3257 Southwest Freeway. Open every day. Go check them out and check out the new store and let us know what you think. And again, sorry I've missed the past couple of weeks. I've been back and forth to Houston several times in the past few weeks now. I've also had some family business that I've had to take time off for that, and that's also required me to travel and do a lot of stuff. I won't go into all the details of that, but it's been a whirlwind of travel, and I've been living out of bags, out of a suitcase, basically for almost 3 weeks now. At my house occasionally, or to sleep, but traveling a lot and doing a lot of stuff that just needs to be done, and sometimes you're the only person that can get certain things done, and that's me on a lot of these issues. So it's been kind of crazy couple of weeks, and I'm sorry that I am literally buried in boxes. We're gonna move them in a minute here, but we just kind of left it just to show like the sheer quantity of stuff that's in this room right now. And I'm sorry that I haven't shaved. I've got hair on my head kind of growing. I've got definitely scraggly beard. I've got neck beard going. It's been rough. I am clean. I do take baths, but I haven't had time to like get haircuts and shaves, and I just
baths, like not showers.
Well, no, I take showers. I'm sorry. Yeah, I haven't taken like a
just had this image in
rub-a-dub.
I just had this image in my head with the candles and
oh, the candles and like the Boys to Men playing in the background or something, and
a glass of wine.
Yeah, like ooh. Oh, I'm just gonna sink into these suds. Yeah, no. But thanks for that image, Dan.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I always appreciate you and your colorful images of me.
You got it.
But yeah, so my life's been just overflowing with stuff to be done lately. Work life's been overflowing. My personal needs, other than bathroom and showers, that I have been taking, it's kind of just fallen by the wayside. So I'm trying to kind of pick myself up and get myself back together now. But just when I get back and I come back to all these boxes, all this work, all these emails, family stuff going on, and I've got 2 legal things right off the bat coming back into town. So I literally had jury duty summons for the day I came back. Early in the morning, went to the county office where I was supposed to go. Had my little card, and it said like don't wear shorts, don't wear a t-shirt. So I had like a sweater, and I looked decent going in there, and went in there, and they were just tacking a sign up on the door saying it was canceled. And I was like, you couldn't call or email or text. Like, I had to log in and give them all my information, and so they knew how to reach me. But I guess they just canceled it the morning of and didn't tell anybody. And so I went, and then I saw this steady string of cars and people walking in behind me, and all of them were just seeing the sign and turning around, and such a waste. Just bad management on their part. And then the next day I had like an unemployment, hearing. I do those from time to time, former employees and just issues with unemployment issues and stuff like that. And this one was stupid because it was just like, the employee and I were saying the same thing, but they thought it was different or something. And so basically it was like the Unemployment, Commission of Texas, had this like virtual hearing over the phone, and me and an employee were on it, and we're just saying, yeah, this is how it was. And I said, yes, that's how it was. And the guy said, okay, I guess that's how it was. And so it's like, well, I'm glad we just wasted everybody's time this morning because it's already, resolved. But man, legal stuff. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So bills, payroll, rent, price changes, CGF stuff, email. I'm behind now on pretty much everything. I'm working as fast and as hard as I can this week to catch up. But I am really glad and really determined to do another show this week, because I hate starting the new season and then a couple weeks later just missing a show. So I was determined to get one in, but it's going to be a little like me. It's going to be a little raggedy, a little rough around the edges today. So thanks for watching, and let's get on to level 1 and current events. And we're back with level 1, the news segment of the show. Let's see what's going on in the world of gaming. What's happened the past couple of weeks. Looks like Microsoft's spent billions and billions of dollars again to buy software companies. So that's great. That's great news. Microsoft is buying Activision Blizzard now in an all-cash deal for $69 billion. So can you imagine even having cash for $69 billion of cash? Like, that's a lot of boxes full of money. I can't even imagine that much money. So they're buying Activision Blizzard. So, like Call of Duty, Warcraft, Candy Crush, Skylanders, Guitar Hero, classic Atari games. I mean, that's a pretty big stable of games that they're bringing under their wing, soon to be Xbox exclusive titles. And so now, just to like recap everything over the past few years, so like Microsoft owns, or they're going to own them. Then they bought ZeniMax Media, which is like Bethesda, Elder Scrolls, Doom, Fallout, Wolfenstein. They own Rare, which was Banjo-Kazooie, Battletoads, GoldenEye. They own 343, the Halo, studio. Coalition, the Gears of War studio. Mojang from Minecraft. Playground from Forza and Fable. So, I mean, plus Microsoft already had, a lot of game, franchises of their own too, and they just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And if there's one thing that we all know, it's that Microsoft needs to be bigger and more powerful. Otherwise, they just might not make it. They're just this little scrappy company. I hope they survive. So that's going to be interesting for the gaming community, because that puts such a huge collection of software under their control, which, as I said, kind of joking, but it's in reality, it's going to be Microsoft, Xbox exclusives, all those games. And that's a lot to have under their stable. So I guess props to Microsoft and Xbox, because, they're really stepping it up, I think, in the console gaming world, in gaming world in general, that, they're not backing down, they're not going away, and they're not letting, Nintendo or Sony, run the show anymore. I mean, Microsoft is either controlling or buying people and companies that will help them to control more and more of the market, and they're just gobbling it all up. I guess it's good, but good for them, but kind of scary for all of us gamers, because exclusives just mean less people can play, and that's not good for gaming as a whole. We want more people to play games. In other news, the first Nintendo headquarters in Japan has been turned into a hotel. So that's interesting. So anybody that's going to Japan that wants to visit the site of the original Nintendo's headquarters from I don't know, like 60, 70 years ago. It's now a little hotel, and so you can rent rooms there. They have 18 rooms, 7 of them are suites. So yeah, sweet. So that's a place you can stay in Japan.
Is there like Nintendo stuff?
No, that's a great question, Dan. And I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking, wow, you can see like big glass cases of like, this is the original desk that, you know, the original president of Nintendo worked at, and when they were just doing trading cards, you know, nothing electronic, just you know, collectible like cards and stuff for kids. And but no, they said there'll be no, there might be a plaque or something.
Is this news?
It's news because it's the first headquarters of Nintendo, and it's a hotel, so you can stay there.
Nah.
But hey, don't piss on my news stories, all right? I don't appreciate that. So it is cool, and it would be cool to say that you stayed in the hotel that was the original headquarters of Nintendo. That's cool. It's just like you can go to the current headquarters of Nintendo in Washington, and you can, you know, take a picture by their sign out in the by the street in the parking lot. You can't really go in there, but you can just say you were there. And so this would be a case where you could go to Japan and say you were there. But yeah, a big loss for them not having some kind of shrine to Nintendo in the lobby or something. But anyway, cool place. So if you're going to Japan, check it out. In more retro gaming specific news, I saw a cool website called makeuseof.com, and there's a guy named Alan Blake that put an article up there recently about repurposing old video game consoles. You know, I know a lot of you guys, as fans of retro gaming like me, you know, you probably have some broken consoles around. You know, most of our retail stores now have a little stash of broken consoles that we'll sell in the stores even just for this type of stuff. Because if we can't fix it, you know, we don't want to trash it, so we'll sell them, you know, like at a really discounted cost for people that either, you know, want to or can fix it up, or that, you know, more likely they get sold to people that want to do cool art projects with them. Like you can take the shell of a Nintendo NES or an Xbox or, you know, or Saturn or any cool like console, and you can, you know, take the guts out and turn it into cool stuff. Make it, you know, like a tissue box, or make it a PC or Raspberry Pi or something, you know, interesting. So we put an article up with some other ideas, and so just to give you a few of them, I don't want to give you all of them, but so night lights, DVD player, portable MP3 players, wireless routers, NES lunchbox, you know, some of the ideas that he has, and there's other ones on there, so you should check out that article, and it's makeuseof.com, so just look for the repurposing old video game console article. But I thought that was pretty cool, and I'm all about that. You know, we're, like I said, we literally sell broken consoles just so we don't put them in the trash or recycle, you know, recycling bins, but we want people to use them for something. So if we can't resell it as a working console, we hope that somebody can, you know, turn like an old controller like this into something cool, like a, you know, remote control for your TV or something. I don't know. I mean, there's a million things you can do, but that was just a cool site that I saw that mentioned some of them. Also, another retro news, Atari, who is still out there, they actually have a new console, the Atari VCS, which is like an all-digital kind of reimagined version of Atari that's has a digital storefront, and you can download kind of updated versions of some of the Atari classic games and other stuff on it. But they're doing now a series of like redesigned, reimagined Atari games for it. And so there's a new version of Breakout coming out called Breakout Recharged. And so that's coming out February 10th, which is pretty soon. It's going to have, you know, more co-op options, more power-ups. You know, it's supposed to have like a cool soundtrack on there. And, you know, Breakout is one of those games. It's basically like Pong, right? It's just, you know, throwing a ball, breaking out bricks. And you know, those games are so iconic and so fun, I think, even just with the basic graphics, you know, but having an updated version of Breakout, you know, would be really cool. So I'd actually like to check that out. It's coming to all the current consoles, and then plus PC and the Atari, you know, digital console, of course. And so anyway, so check that out February 10th. That's pretty soon. And that's all I got. That's all I've got on the news this week. So let's go on to level 2 with company events and see what's going on at your local game over video game store. Hey Hi there, retro gamers, and welcome back. Now we're on level 2, the company events. So let's see what's going on at your local Game Over Video Games store. We've got sales going on every week, just like we do. That's how we do. So the next sale coming up is a wallet sale. So we sell some really cool like video game themed wallets. We've got let's see, Mega Man. We've got Pokemon. We've got Sonic the Hedgehog.
I need a new wallet.
Oh, look at that! See, this is a good example of a worn out video game wallet.
Time for a new one.
Look at that. This is a customer that might be interested in our wallet sale coming up. Thank you, customer.
You're welcome.
Yeah, right. So for you and friends like you, the wallet sale is January 28th through February 3rd. So all video game wallets are 20% off, and that's in stores and online. The selection is going to vary quite a bit, and some stores may not have that much, some may have more, but our website has the most. They have the biggest selection online. So at gameovervideogames.com, you can look at wallets, and that is, I believe, there's like a gamer gear section at the top, and you click on that, then wallets is an option there. But then the coupon code when you check out is wallet20, so WALLET 20. Wallet 20. So that'll give you 20% off. That is for that week. Then after that, we've got Super Bowl hype week. What? Super Bowl. So I don't know if you care about the Super Bowl, but if you do, for February 4th to February 10th, we're doing 25% off all NFL football games. So, NFL football, so no NCAA, no, other football like soccer stuff. But NFL football games, 25% off in stores and online. The code on that one is football25. So that's February 4th through 10th. So those are our next two sales. So be ready for those. Also, trade-in bounty. We always do like an extra kind of bonus bump on trade-in values on something every month. And for January, we're doing Saturn and Dreamcast consoles. So if you have any of those extra sitting around the house, maybe you have 2 or 3, you bought, a couple collections for the games, and then now you got a couple extra consoles sitting around. That's cool. Bring them into us because we need those. We're paying $100 cash minimum for a working, complete, system for a Dreamcast or Saturn. So it's got to have the system, the hookups, and a matching controller. First-party controller. And then if you have other stuff like games, other accessories, even if you have other, systems around the house, we buy everything all the time. So just bring us a big stack of any video game stuff you don't want, and we'll give you an offer. But yeah, so on the Saturns and Dreamcast, $100 minimum cash. It's more for store credit, more if you have other stuff with it, games and stuff like that. So bring it all in. We'll give you an estimate, and that's through January 31st. Now on to upcoming events. Upcoming events at our stores. We like to do tournaments every month. They're free. They're open to anyone. So young and old, near and far, everybody come just, get together, play some retro games. It's free to enter. You might win a prize. If not, you win friendship and community. So it's always fun. Everybody wins. So the Super Retro Challenge tournaments for February are coming up on February the 8th. Which is right around the corner. It's a Saturday. They're totally free, and they're in 5 of our Game Over stores. It's the one in Bellevue, Washington, the one in Arlington in the Dallas area, the one in South Austin on South Lamar, the one in Selma, Texas, which is just north of San Antonio on 35, and then the one in Houston on 1960, kind of on the northwest side of Houston. So check out those stores and their specific Facebook pages to get the specifics on their tournament, like what game they're doing, what time it starts, sign up, stuff like that. But totally free, totally fun. You should totally go. Totally. So a lot of fun there. And let's turn the page. All right, CGF news. CGF, the biggest retro gaming event of any kind in Texas, and one of the only ones that's dedicated to retro gaming and not toys and wrestling and a bunch of other random stuff. So it's all about retro gaming and only retro gaming. But it's the biggest of its kind in Texas. We had our largest event ever last year. And so this summer coming up, it will be our 15th anniversary for that. So we're looking for, again, record-setting attendance and vendors there. So definitely want to be a part of that. That's July 23rd and 24th. It's at the Palmer Event Center in Austin, Texas. Vendor booths are on sale now. You do not have to be a store, officially to sell stuff there, but you do have to apply online at classicgamefest.com. But you can be a vendor, whether you're just a person selling off a collection, or some parts of your collection, or if you're a small business, or if you're a chain of businesses, a chain of stores, anybody can be there. So definitely reach out if you're interested. Also, tickets are on sale now. So if you just want to go and want to get your tickets early, you definitely want to buy in advance, buy them online. It is cheaper that way. We also have a special weekend VIP option you can do this year where you get a not only the discounted weekend pass, but you also get a discounted t-shirt included in there too. So check out the ticket options online too. Again, classicgamefest.com. The guest list and bands and the schedule and stuff like that are still not updated on the website. Sorry, but we are working on that now, and so hopefully we'll have some announcements and updates on the website coming soon. So stay tuned for that in February. But January and December, it's been too crazy. I'm so behind on everything, so I'm sorry, but we'll be updating all that stuff soon. But it's one you don't want to miss. So definitely check out Classic Game Fest. Cool new products in the stores. So I don't have any to show today, but as you saw at the beginning of the show, we literally are surrounded by boxes in this room right now. So there's barely enough room for us to clear off this area to do this show. And so I'll be going through that, and some of the cool new stuff I'll be showing on next week's show. So stay tuned for some cool new stuff coming to the Game Over Video Games stores near you. Let's see. And then we're going to go on to the feature segment of the show. And this week we're going to talk about the new Houston location. And on the last show 2 weeks ago, we showed me doing some walkthroughs of the initial setup. When the store was empty and just finished, and we were just I was down there putting in shelves and stuff like that. And so now I've got some more videos from the past 2 weeks when I was down there, setting up the stuff, and I got some help from the crew at the Houston store to do it. And again, those guys were awesome, and they worked extra hard and extra hours and really put in a lot of extra effort these past few weeks. So, I really want to show you these videos, and I want you, if you can, go check out this store in downtown Houston and just see the fruits of our labors, because it's really a beautiful store. It's smaller than the old one, but it looks really nice. And so I'm really proud of how it all turned out. And, so I hope you can check it out, and we're going to show you some videos of that store now. So let's go to the feature section, level 3, and check out the new and finished Houston, Texas store.
Hey there, Retro Gamers. David here with Game Over Video Games and Game Overcast live report from the new Houston Central location. This is the old location right behind me. You can see the very faded Game Over sign where it used to be on the building. And basically, sorry it's so noisy, by the way. The traffic is right out here. But we're moving down this way, all the way down, right about, let's see, there. That's our new spot, right next to Brockler Hardware. So we're moving it's like 6 spots down. So not far, in the same building, right in downtown Houston. So you can see behind me, this is all the morning rush hour traffic. We're right across from the Lakewood Church. It's right over there. And and that's it. So it's called Summit Square. It's on Southwest Freeway, which is the same as Highway 59 or Interstate 69. But that's where our store is. So it's moving from there to there. That's it, guys. Not that far to go. So please come visit us as we open up for business. We're going to be open there starting today. It'll be a little bit messy as we do the final touches, and then tomorrow will be the official grand opening when everything is in there. So come check us out this weekend. Game Over Video Games in Houston, Texas, 3257 Southwest Freeway. See you there.
Hey there, Retro Gamers. David here with Game Over Video Games, a Game Overcast, another live update from Houston, Texas. This is our original store in Houston, in the downtown area, and as you can see, it's pretty gutted right now. We've moved most of the merchandise now over to the new location. It's just about 5 or 6 stores down in this same building. But I just wanted to give you a kind of a final shot here. It's always sad to see them like this, where it's just, destroyed. But all the shelves are kind of empty. There's still some swag here in the middle. We've still got to move the cases and the cartridges. But that's it. I mean, the walls are bare, and so as you may imagine, all that stuff is waiting for you down at the new location. I just wanted to give you a quick update from this side at the old store, and then I'll put some more videos together from the new store also later today. So when you're watching this all on the podcast, hopefully you'll see kind of the progression of, you know, old to new and how it all looks. But as you can see, this store is much bigger. This is huge. This is almost 2,000 square feet. So this is very large for a game store. The new location, it's a little smaller, but I like it. It's a tighter fit. It's better, you know, suited for us. It's closer to the middle of the shopping center, and there's a very popular taco restaurant called 100% Taquito that's right there. It's like almost right next door to us. It's 2 doors down. But good food, so check that out. So that's it for old location. Maybe I'll shoot another video here later of it totally empty. But this is pretty close. I mean, that's pretty empty. All right, thanks for watching. Hey there, guys. It's David here with Game Over Video Games. I'm at the new relocation in downtown Houston, Texas, and just wanted to show you where we're at on the new store. We got a lot done yesterday. So as you can see, let me step back over here. This whole side of the store is pretty much done. You can see it goes kind of timeline from Switch and Xbox One all the way back, PS3, PS2, PS1, all the way back there. Here, I'll kind of give you the walk down. Oh, see how fast I can do this without falling on my face. Or butt, more likely. Ooh. I'm a little out of shape. But there it is. So, yes, it's a small store. Yes, it's a skinny store, but it goes way back. So there's a lot of stuff in this store. So it is going to be packed full of our retro gaming goodness that we are known for. So this is the walkthrough of the, what would this be, the west side? I don't know. When you're looking at the store, it's the right side of the store. And then on the other side, we've got a little work to do on this side still. We have handhelds here. The cartridge systems are kind of taking life on this side. I'll give a walk through here. So you can see it goes, you know, Nintendo, Genesis, got 64 controllers, a bunch of Retron systems, some current, recent first-party systems, and then blank space. And then we're going to have the museum set up in the back. So, yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. We got a lot done yesterday. It was a long day, including my drive here, and then, you know, working about, about 9 or 10 hours after the 3-hour drive to get here. So it was a long day. But today we're going to move the rest. We're going to fill this wall, and we are going to empty and close the old location. So when you go to the old store, anytime after seeing this video, it's closed. It's gone. But we're in the same building, just about 5 doors down. So you can walk on the sidewalk. There's the new one over there, and go check out the new location. So we'll be open there from now on, starting January 15th, which will be, you know, probably after the time that, or before the time you even see this video. So old location in Houston, downtown, is now closed. The new and sexy location is open now. So come check it out. 3257 Southwest Freeway in central Houston, Texas, conveniently located to all 7 million of you in Houston. See you guys later. Thanks. Hey guys, David here with Game Over Video Games, reporting again from the new Houston Central location. The relocation is totally done now. We are in the new space, open for business, and so let's check it out. Still a few last minute touches that I'm doing this morning, so if you see a few holes, that's on me. I'm gonna fill those soon. But here's our, we'll do a walk down and around the store. So up front, drinks, gotta have it, energy drinks, sodas, everything. We got handheld games. Then we've got all the cartridge stuff on the wall, just like the systems, the Retron or third-party systems, the controllers, all that kind of stuff. The games themselves are in the cases down below, and I'll show you those in just a minute. So coming down the wall here, got all the HDMI cables. So every console imaginable, we have an HDMI cable or adapter for it to put it in a modern TV. Vinyl records, of course, blankets, some other cool swag, cool doormats. This is what I'm working on this morning. This is like my last minute touch. This is the museum, and so I'm going to put all the system boxes that are right now in and that big pile on the floor. Up here, make it look real nice, and then we'll have a cool museum set up on the side of the store there. The art gallery in the back, all the local artists. And then on this side, we've got all the disc systems. PS1, PS2, I'll go a little faster, Xbox, 360, PS3, Wii, Wii U, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. And so that's pretty much the full walkthrough on the store shelves on the walls. And now let me show you what's in our cool glass cases. These are all the cool cartridge games. So I'm going to see if I can hold this phone. So here we've got handhelds. We've got some cool Atari and 70s like vintage stuff in there. Right here. Nintendo, NES, Genesis. A lot of cool stuff in there. Some boxed copies. Sorry, we have the cash register sitting on top there, but Super Nintendo. Again, some box stuff, some good stuff. 64, all the classics there. Let's see, and I guess that's pretty much it. Sorry if the camera works a little shoddy there. I'm trying to do this on my phone. I'm not a real good selfie person, and my hands are kind of jittery. But yeah, so new location is looking great. The old one is totally gutted now. I just need to clean it up and get all the other junk out of there. But this store is, up and running. So like I said, come check us out anytime. Open 11 to 8 every day. 3257 Southwest Freeway. The phone number is 713-664-6837. So yeah, come check it out anytime you're in the downtown Houston area. If you come here for a convention or you just live in town. We have 3 stores in the Houston area, but this is the one in the middle. It's convenient to everybody, and so it's one of my favorite stores. And I love doing this whole remerching process. So I hope you've enjoyed the journey with me and seeing the videos. And but I gotta finish this up before we open today because I want to be perfect when we open. So be back to you soon. Thanks. And we're back, and I hope you enjoyed those videos of the new Houston location. And like I said, definitely check that out if you're in the area. It's downtown Houston, 3257 Southwest Freeway. It's a great store, great staff, great selection. They get a ton of trade-ins at that store. So if you're looking for rare stuff, that store gets them all the time. They sell quickly, but if you go there and go there often, you're going to find some amazing stuff. So definitely check that out. Boss Battle, level 4 for this week. It's kind of related to the Houston store. So this week's Boss Battle is related to store signage. So we've had some major signage issues with that store relocation in Houston. And so I wanted to tell you about that and my battles with signage, my battles with landlords, my battles with cities, and in particular with the city of Houston. So, and again, I love you, Houston, but the sign stuff's causing me a lot of stress. So here's what we're dealing with in Houston right now. So, and I have some little notes here, but I'm just going to have to kind of go off the cuff here and just tell you what's happening. So we have, obviously the old store that was, let me see from your perspective, I guess it was here, and we just moved it here. So we just moved it down like 5 or 6 stores down in the shopping center. Like you just walk from the old store down the sidewalk to the new store. It's in the same building. And so part of that logic for us doing that is that, we wanted to stay in the same basic place. We want to keep our same, obviously our same employees, but we also want to keep the same customers. We don't want them to think that we left that whole area. We want the customers to come with us, the employees to come with us, and we move the stuff over. And so everything we thought would be a really smooth, simple move, just shifting everything. Shifting stuff down a little bit. And so, part of that also was, we had signage on the building. We had a sign on the front and a sign on the back of the building. And we thought we would just take those signs down, move them, and put them up in the new place. That was our plan the whole time. And so, that's what we tried to do. So we got step 1 accomplished. We got the signs taken down. So that's good at the old location. Then we went over to the new spot and we were getting ready to put the signs up. and the the landlord was on site and property manager and everybody, and we were like looking at the signs, and they took it down, and this was 10 years ago we put the sign up, so I didn't know what size it was or whatever, but normally if you have a business with a retail space, depending on the size, not the size of the store overall like depth wise, but the size of the frontage, so the side from like wall to wall in the front of the store, your sign has to be a certain size to fit within that storefront, right? Because you don't want to have a store like this big and then have a sign this big that overlaps the store. So there's rules on that. Normally it's about like 70 or 80% of the space. So if you have like a 10-foot say wide store, then your sign would have to be like 7 or 8 feet wide so it fits within that boundary. Not a huge deal, but I'm all about having big signs. I like big signs. And so we do big signs. And so I guess our current space, we had a sign that was appropriate for that size. But now that we moved, didn't even register with really me or the landlord, I don't think, at the time. We just thought we're going to move our sign. They said, okay, move your sign, that's fine. But until it came down and we saw actually how big it really was, and realized that it wasn't wider than the front of the new store, but it was wider than the like 80% rule. So it would have filled up more than 80% of the space. And so while that's fine with me, it wasn't fine with them. And so, they said, well, you really still need to keep within that, limit, because that is something in our lease that we have to be 80%. We thought it would fit still in the 80%, but it didn't. And so, it's on me really for not knowing the dimensions of the sign, but I just assumed it would fit. But anyway, so took it down, moved it over. Then they're like, wait, let's measure this and see. So we measured the sign, found out it was like 2 or 3 feet too long for the spot. So they wouldn't let us put it back up. So we'd taken them down off the old store, but couldn't put them back up on the new store like we'd planned. So now the new store has no sign, and the old store has no sign. So people are really going to think that we're gone and out of business, which sucks. So then, the best and really only solution on a temporary level we could do is we did banners. So we're like, okay, well, we'll throw a banner up there. We'll get a banner printed. It takes, a couple of days or whatever. And so we got some banners made, hastily made banners, but that's fine. And okay, the landlord said that's fine. And, because we have to make a new sign that's smaller. And the landlord and I had this whole thing over that. And, but there's not much we can do because it is in our lease that it has to be smaller. So, where it has to be 80%, which in this case means smaller. And so that's on me. And so we're going to just buy another sign. But it takes time to make it. So in the meantime, we're going to put banners up so people know, hey, they're still here. It still says game over. It's just a temporary banner. So we put those up, and within days of putting them up, get cited by the city of Houston for having illegal banners up on the store. Because we just threw them up there thinking we'd have them up for just a few weeks and then put the sign up, and we wouldn't even need a permit to put them up, but apparently we do. And they made it sound like on the citation they gave us that we, even with a permit, we couldn't have banners. So I don't know why that is. Surely you can have banners in the city of Houston. But in any case, it wasn't permitted. It was meant to be a very short term, just a few weeks kind of thing. But yeah, sometimes you can bend the rules, but sometimes not. But so anyway, so the banners, we got a citation from the city. They said, no, take those down. That doesn't work either. And they threatened to fine us if we didn't take them down. So we're like, okay, fine. So we took them down. And so now we've got no signs. The city is backlogged on permits. So even if we had applied for a permit, they said it takes several months to get one, which if we went several months without the sign, it would be just as stupid as having a sign up without a permit. It's like, you can't win either way, right? So anyway, so now we got the new sign. We've got approval on that. We're working on the permits and stuff and trying to get the new sign built and permitted and up as soon as we can. But because of this backlog and because of just various issues, it's probably going to be a month or so. So for the month of February, if you are in Houston and you're looking for that store, I assure you it's still there. Same spot, just 5 doors down. and there are signs on the windows of the old store saying, go this way to the other location. But on the outside, like, we can't have our sign up because it's too big, and we can't have our banner up because the city didn't officially permit it. And so we're just in this like holding period, and that just sucks. That sucks. And I hate to do things, in haste. I hate to do things that aren't like official and going through the process that you're supposed to go through and everything. But sometimes you get in a situation where it's thrust upon you, it's unexpected, and obviously you want to have some kind of sign for your store, so you got to do something. And so I will do anything I can for the stores to help them survive and make it. And so if it means putting up a banner without a permit, like, I'll do that for a while just to like get us by. But anyway, so yeah, I tried to bend the rules and got caught. So kids, don't break the rules. But anyway, so the store doesn't have a sign. I'm not happy about it. We're having to buy a new sign, which I'm already not happy about that either. So Game Over versus City of Houston is a battle that is waging right now. And we're doing the best we can. So we're fighting, as much as possible to get it done as quickly and legally and correct as possible. But yeah, it's just going to take some time. So hopefully by the end of February, it'll be up and done and everything legit and everything. But for the time being, bear with us on that. And also, if you are in Houston and you know other people that are customers of ours in Houston, please remind them, like, the store, it's still there, even though there's no big sign you can see from the highway. The little sign on the sign in the parking lot is still there, and the signs on the window of the old space are still there. And obviously there's signs, in the window of the new space, but it's just like the big, pretty sign up on top of the building. That's what we don't have, and that's what sucks. But anyway, we're still there. We're now 3257 Southwest Freeway. I think I've said that about 10 times in this podcast. So definitely go there and check it out. We're right next to a cool taco place called 100% Taquito. We've eaten there many times during this remodel and move. So yeah, good place. So definitely check them out as one of our new neighbors. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's my boss battle with signage, and how, you sometimes just get stuck trying to deal with situations you can't really control, and you do the best you can to kind of fix it or do temporary patches or things that just get you by, and sometimes that doesn't even work. So anyway, so we will have a new beautiful sign at the end of February, and in the meantime, we'll just do the best we can. So please come check out our store. Well, let's go on to now the bonus level. We're going to talk about fan feedback. We actually got a lot of feedback with the show, I guess, 2 weeks ago. And so I want to run through that with you, and we'll wrap it up. So please join me on the bonus level. And we're back with the bonus level fan feedback. So what's going on, everyone? How have y'all been the past couple of weeks? We got a lot of feedback on the last show 2 weeks ago. And so I hope everybody's been doing well. And definitely, let us know in the comments on this show, what's been going on, what's new, and what would you like to see from me or us on the show going forward. So give us your feedback. But from the previous show, a lot of feedback from Houston. A lot of love in Houston. So again, like I just said at the beginning of the show, like, we love you, Houston. Thanks so much for the support. We've been there 10 years, and our stores in Houston have always been very successful. The customers have always been great. Our employees are some of the best in the company down there. And so it's just, I have nothing but love for Houston. So thank you guys so much for the support. And at the opening, again, it was so cool to meet some of our regular Houston customers. Man, I am so out of it today.
It's not like you're on an audio podcast, right?
Well, I feel sorry for the people listening just to the podcast, because they can't see, how like nervous and uncomfortable or whatever I am, or my unshaven face and head and everything. But I can assure you, I'm not feeling great today. But I'm doing the best I can, as I do. But again, like in Houston, everybody has been great. I really enjoyed meeting some of the regular customers in person. Some of them I have met before, some of them I haven't met before. Yeah, just being there opening day was really fun. And people were like, hey, are you the owner? And and that's really a cool feeling, to be there and have people like come into your store and appreciate what you've done and what you've built and in this case rebuilt, and moved. But saw a lot of great people. I saw a really good friend of mine, good customer from the beginning of this store in Austin, that lives down in that area now, that came by, and haven't seen them in forever, and that was fantastic. And saw several of our social media followers that I see comments with, and I'll comment with them on social media, but never met in person. And so it was cool to put, I guess, not really put a face with the name, but because you see their little face on Facebook, on their profile, but to meet an actual person in real life versus just chatting, on social media with somebody. So anyway, great time, and really enjoyed it. It was a lot of work. It was 2 weeks of really backbreaking work, and so thanks again to the Houston crew for being awesome and helping with that. And I think they and the customers should go now and really kind of soak it in and enjoy the fact that new store is there, because it's very nice. It's very organized, and it's going to be a great place for years to come in the city of Houston to have a cool retro gaming store like that. Right downtown where everybody can get to it. It's very accessible right off the highway, and it's one of our favorite stores. So it's a great location. Also got comments, awesome video, and so thank you for that. Somebody said congratulations on the new location in Houston, and they said that they really enjoyed the insider perspective of this show, this podcast, of being able to hear and see me and talking about kind of the inner workings of Game Over, and what my job is like and what my perspective is on doing this for a living, like running this kind of a store, and just like I talked about on the boss battle, the stuff that I deal with, and it's. If it's not, bills, people, legal issues, just time management, everything related to running the business, it's a constant struggle. Every day it's something, every week it's something, and so I think it's cool too. So I'm glad that that this is a guy named Chris that he said he really appreciates that kind of insider perspective on running the business and running a game store business and what it's like. So thanks, Chris, for watching. Retro Funhouse, shout out to those guys. Great YouTubers. So they've supported us for a long time. They come to our stores, and so they commented that they're glad I'm cancer free. So yes, my ear is healing nicely, and so I am cancer free now. So knock on wood. Hopefully that will stay that way. But yeah, the ear is coming along nicely, and so thanks for reaching out and asking about that. Marlon, first time watcher, said he met me at the main Central Austin store, and said that I'm living the dream, and it definitely feels that way. I'm overworked a lot. I still put in way over 80 hours a week on this thing, or I'm sorry, way over 40 hours a week. But it's probably 50, 60 hours a week. But I love what I do. And so when you love what you do, it never really feels like work, per se. It is work, but it's just like part of life then. So it's less of a task that you're just doing kind of for somebody else because, you're told to, but you do it by choice because you want to make it work and make it better and make it succeed. And so yeah, I am living the dream, and I know that, and I'm thankful every day for that. Even being overburdened with boxes and emails and whatever, I wouldn't give it up for anything. It's great. And he says, I'm a cool guy, so thanks. I appreciate that. He says, thanks for the shows and the knowledge. Keep spreading the word. Keep the classics alive. So, yeah, thank you. So that's what I try and do. I don't do this to be famous or anything. It's just I literally just want to kind of share the insider perspective on Game Over and what it's like to run a store like Game Over, and supporting the retro gaming community as best I can, with the news, with updates, with stuff like CGF that we do, and then obviously our stores and what we sell in the stores. So, so I'm happy and honored to be a part of the retro gaming world and community, and be a part of so many of your lives in that way. So let's see, more love and support. That's all great. Thank you so much. Support for the cancer and diagnosis and resolution. So that's all good. So thank you. Several comments about, I was asking about the arcade 1-up cabinets and whether we should carry those at Game Over. Got several comments about Neo Geo. The Neo Geo has a line of like in-home kind of remake consoles and like some all-in-one plug-and-play type controllers that have Neo Geo games on there. So a lot of comments about that. So we're looking into that also. So maybe some news coming soon on Neo Geo stuff. But yeah. So thank you guys for the comments. Somebody named Travis reached out and said which store is being moved, and so I guess he caught maybe part of the podcast, but not all of it. But yeah, it's the Houston downtown location, and it's just moving. It's in the same building. It's just moving a few doors down. So, but it's now open, so you can go down there and check it out. So that's it. Yeah, but thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening on the podcast. Thanks for sharing and subscribing. And if you want to know every time one of these videos comes out, you have to subscribe on YouTube, and then that comes up. Or go to your podcast services. Yeah, hit that subscribe button. Ding, 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 ding. Or just any of the podcast services. If you're listening to the audio podcast, that's cool too. And just through those, you can also subscribe and get notifications every week when a new one comes out. So, but thank you. I mean, you're watching and listening to the show and commenting on the show. Just shows me that people care and that people want to see it and enjoy watching and listening to it, the stories and trials and tribulations and stuff. And so, yeah, it motivates me to keep it going. So thank you for that. The show is definitely more interesting and just a better show overall when I have that feedback and I have those ideas from you guys on, what should I do? What should I say? What should I, who should we interview? Where should I go? What game should I play on the show? What should we do? So keep that stuff coming. We appreciate it. Like I was talking about earlier in the show with the signage stuff and my travels and everything at the beginning of the show, it's been a real hell of a month for me, and I feel like I say that a lot, and I feel like my life is that way a lot, but I am living the dream, and I know that, and I'm so thankful for that, and so I'll take all the stress in the world that comes with that, and I'll just deal with it one day at a time as best I can, just like all of you. Everybody has stress in their lives, and so. It's okay. It's okay to feel that way. It's okay to be stressed out and to feel like, man, I'm just so buried. I'm never going to get out from under all these boxes to unload, or all web orders or emails, or, I'm never going to get this freaking sign up in Houston or, get my family stuff, that I'm working on taken care of. And it can feel that way a lot. And I know other people feel that way too. It's just it's important to know that, like, no matter who it is, no matter what level you're at or whatever, and even I consider myself a relatively successful CEO doing this, and I'm not immune from family problems and stress and all kinds of burdens of work and being a boss and just everything in life, sometimes weighing you down. So don't let it get to you. You can do it. I can do it. We can do it together. So anyway, just, do the best you can, get through the struggle, be calm, be confident, just work your way through it. Just one step at a time. You'll dig your way out of whatever, pile of stuff you're buried under. But I wish you all well. Thank you for joining us on the show. I hope you have a great week, and hope to see you again next time. Thanks for being here. Game over. We actually should do the opposite of what you did with the two Garys picture of the Garys.
What is that?
Like me with a shirtless dancer body
with like a handsome face.
Yeah, because like from the neck down, I think I look pretty normal. It's just up here that it's just all
What are you talking about? You're
cool.
like the most normal looking person I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know. Normally
we're our own worst critics, David.
We are our own worst critics. That's true. I mean, it's
besides the ear, you're like totally.
So like normally with my hair, like I'm balding, right? I don't call myself bald because I have some hair, but like I normally shave it. So for me to have any kind of hair up here, I feel like I need a haircut. I need a shave. I need to shave my head. And then I have a beard, but I like it trim, and it's getting scraggly. Okay? And then when it gets scraggly, I don't really like it, but also, for some reason, this is really weird, like, the white hairs, the white hairs grow faster than the black hairs. Okay? I don't know why. I have no idea why this is, but like, if you were to zoom in, and don't do this, but like, if you were to zoom in, oh fuck, are you gonna zoom in? Okay. But like, I don't know if you can see, look for like the scraggliest area here where it's starting to get scraggly. Can you see any like white, I don't know if you can get that close on it.
I have to move the camera closer. Here, let's...
No, that's okay. Here, okay, I'll come over there, hang on.
Oh gosh. Well, now you're gonna lose the light.
No.
Just stare at there. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Okay.
See if you can zoom in on
So we're gonna
where it's
focus,
real scraggly.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Do you see any white hairs there?
Oh yeah, big time.
Okay, lie to me.
No, it's
I'm looking. I don't
all
really
black.
see any
You
gray.
look like a Just for Men model.
Okay. But like, the white ones grow faster than the black ones.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is.
Right.
So it's like part of when I trim my beard, it actually looks more black because when I trim it, the white ones are longer, and so it gets rid of more white to keep it trim.
Cool.
So it just feels scraggly. It feels extra white, and like those white ones are like, they're crazy. They're the ones that kind of point like straight out. You know, they don't go with the flow. They're just like, I'm sticking out. So screw you, other hairs.
Wow.
But yeah, it's like, you know, so the head needs to be shaved. This needs to be trimmed, and then my beard, you know, like all the like suburban growth on my beard. I've got like the suburbs on my cheeks. I've got like the far out remote suburbs on my neck here. Got like Captain Neckbeard going. Arr, matey, arr.
Material for the...
Me and my fellow pirates are gonna raid the neck area. We're gonna take it over. Arr.
Some good material for post show right there.
Yeah, there's your post. So congratulations, everyone. So okay, well, let's get on with the show.